For the longest, I couldn't figure out... Oh, there it is. It's back again. I'll try and just talk over it. For the longest, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with my Yavin Stronghold. So for a while, this was pretty much my decorated Yavin Stronghold, just the station to stop at and have all the essentials. But then I decided to make the Yavin Stronghold sort of, how would I describe it? Like a freestanding outpost of everything. And this is because of my intense need... I don't know, something about putting... This amuses me to no end, so I tend to do it on there. And then in here, again, since I use my strongholds, except for, of course, German costs, I use them for both factions. I decided I wanted to decorate one side of this big old room with the Republic aesthetic and the other side with the Empire aesthetic. And once these big walls became perfect room separators.
Yeah, I don't remember them here.
Room separators. So beyond just being themed one side Empire, one side Republic, that was pretty much the basis for this room. And in here, the little waterfall room, I just like the waterfalls, so I guess you could call it a calming kind of aesthetic. And any excuse to put down these little blue mushroom decorations from Osis, because I love those.
Have you still
here, just another way station, a little bit of everything room where I put things that I would use, like the cargo bays and the Jawa junk dealers, modification stations. And I think I decorated this room not long after the Yavin Stronghold was released, and it pretty much stayed, again, one of the few rooms that were decorated because I couldn't figure out what to do for a while.
What are these fountains?
Let's see, let me check. Oh, let's see, fountain. Here we go. It says it originally came from the Architects Pack, so it's a cartel market decoration. And I'm trying to remember, it's called a sculptural fountain.
Okay.
I think they offer it for direct sale on the cartel market. Let me check. Sculptural? Okay, no, not the sculptural. So it used to come from the Architects Pack, and that was before the Ultimate Pack started, when they used to do different shipments of packs. And now I think it's probably going to be a random drop from Ultimate. So best bet is checking the GTN to see if someone else got it and wants to sell it. Now, this water fountain comes from Trader Among the Chiss, I believe. Yeah. This is a decoration that drops in the Trader Among the Chiss flashpoint. It's a Capero large fountain. So you can get it randomly looking for drops in the flashpoint or GTN to decorate on the GTN if you don't want to keep it.
Bad Jawa, bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I finally had some place to put all those carbonite decorations I'd somehow accrued. Not that I have tons of them, but at some point I wound up randomly getting these carbonite decos, and I was like, where am I going to put them? And I thought, Yavin!
You got all your favorite people here.
There you go. And of course, every stronghold where I can kind of sort of fit it in, I have to have my Jawa in jail talking to his Jawa attorney, and the Jawa attorney's paralegal who happens to be a Womp Rat. Because Jawas. Yeah, I hope it's not too dark for you guys, because on my setting I always forget to check. With my graphics setting, it's the strongholds and everywhere tends to be well lit, but I know going for better graphics settings, it could look a little dim from the lighting. And I decided to make this the kitchen/restaurant. Have a seat, order what you like, have goodness knows what cooking on the stove. Whatever it is, it's probably burning because the stove is very smoky.
That's a nice spot for this.
And over here, one of the great views, Yavin. Oddly enough, by being under, still like this. Characters, killers, because there's a few things Yavin Stronghold with them. Sorry, if you guys are speaking, I can't hear you.
No, we're speechless.
I put mine on mute. Have you been, did you have echo for the last, 5 or 10 minutes?
No, I didn't. Okay, I thought it had just cleared up, but I guess it's something with the microphone. Yeah, don't worry about the echo. I'm not going to worry about the echo.
Tell me when the echo comes back, okay?
Okay.
If you're recording, I think the echo does show up in the recording.
That's probably what's going on, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and record. And let's see. Now we go up here to the area that was the reason for me getting the Yavin Stronghold.
The inside of the big room?
Oh, further along, sir. Further along.
Well, it's like Christmas lights in here.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, from Osis. I don't know if you can buy them. I think some of them you can buy from the reputation vendors on Osis, but I just got these as random world drops from mobs. And I think I got almost all the colors. They call them crystal containers. They're really big, but they're pretty. This. Ta-da! If my character had a ta-da, throw the arms in the air emote, I'd use it.
Oh.
This unlock was what got me to get Yavin, because it's so much great outdoor space.
Oh, here are the dog statues from Taboros Palace.
Yep. You can get them from the McKeb vendor, the one on the space station.
Okay, I was trying to find... Is there a reputation vendor there? I was trying to find...
Yeah, it's on the McKeb space station. I don't know if there's one actually on McKeb, but when you get on the station, there is one. Okay. And it doesn't take too long to max out the McKeb rep, because you get so much of it from missions, and I think also as random drops from mobs, too. So within like 2-3 weeks of doing dailies on McKeb, after you finish the initial one plus dailies, you'll have maximum rep. And they cost credits, so there's no, accruing some odd currency. And just when you think the view can't get better, if you look up a little bit, there's a clickable item. Ta-da! Did you guys see how I did that?
No, not yet.
Where my character is on... Oh, there you go. Michael's got it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Okay. Welcome. So you can get even more views.
Should have looked up here when I was down there. Who's this, Revan?
Is that... Let me check. Because I called it big statue, another thing I was using Yavin for. That is Mandalore. First grand statue of Mandalore. This is I got it from a community cantina. Must have been a cantina crate, although I believe I've seen it drop elsewhere.
You went on a buying spree for these Oricon torches.
Yeah, luckily they showed up in the pack that I used to buy like crazy for the decorations. So I'm pretty sure it's yeah, the Gatekeepers pack. Again, this was before the Ultimate pack. Gatekeepers pack was a bonanza for decorations. I mean, BioWare outdid themselves. You could buy a Gatekeepers pack and you knew you were going to wind up with something like 8 to 10 or more decorations every time you opened the pack. Then they nerfed the pack. Then they took the pack away. And then there was much sadness in the hearts of decorators. But until then, yep, that was the first time outside of substance did BioWare hold in my credit buying keeper packs just to get decorations. And then these statues with their little light arc on the side, those are from Osis as well. Let's see, what are these called? Jedi Master Monument from the Osis Reputation vendor.
Someday I'll get the Osis.
It's pretty short. It doesn't take long to do Osis.
Yeah, that's a great decoration right there.
Yeah, and I think it's not too expensive considering how big it is. And then, you don't want to know how long I first spent up there trying to figure out how to get down and then eventually just figured out to jump. Or how many times I fell off this corner because I took it too fast. And yeah, when I decorate, I like to leave views open. So a lot of times I'll leave spaces open, especially like on this bridge. I won't put too much up because I just like the views. I mean, look up there at Yavin. And the leaves flying through the air. And the waterfall. And the Star Fortress. Oh yeah, that puppy went out because once I did all 6 heroic Star Fortresses, I was so pleased. I was like, I am so putting out a decoration to acknowledge that.
That is an accomplishment. Aren't they all the same?
Yeah, the basic layout switches a little bit, but not much. The paladins that you might find in them are random, but they can change based on which one you're doing, you know, which planet. Like
Right.
the Voss Star Fortress has decorations and critters from Voss, and the Tatooine Star Fortress has Tatooine critters and decorations like that. But basically, they're the same, and the Exarchs are a little different too, but it's mainly with the final fight. I think there's one Exarch that has a self-heal that's a bear if you don't interrupt it, but they're, like you said, pretty much the same. Oh, these trees are from Onderon. So Onderon Reputation vendor on those. These 2 rooms, buildings, temples, set empty for a long time because, again, I couldn't figure out what to do with them, so I decided to go heavily Jedi with one